we will close public comment.
Okay.
Yeah.
Can we
so
do
that's
that
good.
on everything except for what we're really supposed to vote on?
That's 5 less roll calls for tonight's meeting.
That does help.
Likely he won't either.
All right. So we can get this started then. All right, well, let's get it started. Let's get this over. So, good evening, everybody. It's the Fortuna Planning Commission for December 8th. The meeting is being held in accordance with the Brown Act, the governor's emergency COVID orders. Start off with the opening flag salute. We're going to do the flag salute. I'm not standing. Please don't take any offense by all this, with all this weirdness going on. So I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Okay, can we get a roll call, please?
Yes. Commissioner Blakely?
Here.
And Commissioner Bradley is not here. Commissioner Church?
Here.
Commissioner Halley?
Here.
Commissioner McClendon? Well, I'll let Liz announce that. Chairman Mobley?
Yes.
All right, and then that's it for this evening.
Okay. Get approval of the November 24th meeting, the minutes, please. Anybody want to make a motion on that?
I'll make a motion to approve the last meeting minutes,
The November 24th minutes, good.
November 24th.
Perfect. So we want to second that? Jason, can you second that?
Sure, I'll second that. I just didn't know if I was supposed to, or if I can be an alternate or not, or how does that work?
Since we don't have everybody here, so you're in.
Okay, then I'll second that.
Now you can make a motion to do. Okay. Hey, there he is. How you doing, Sandy? Okay, can we get a roll call on that?
I'll vote. Moment.
Or can we do that on this one too?
No, this one we do, I believe. Need to do the roll call. Commissioner Blakely,
Here.
Commissioner Church,
Yes.
Commissioner Halley,
Yes.
and Chairman Mobley.
Yes.
All right.
Okay. So oral comment from the public. So anybody out there that wants to talk about anything that's not on the agenda tonight can speak. Please remember that, be advised that by law, the commission cannot deliberate or take any action on anything that is not on the agenda. So if you'd like to comment, please call the number, use the passcode. We'll give you a couple minutes to go over that. Katie, we seeing anything going on?
We do not have any public comment at this moment.
Okay, so we're gonna close public comment. If somebody kicks in, please let us know. All right, let's start off the business at hand. Public hearing, consider approval of a subdivision that proposed to subdivide 23,017 square feet parcel into two parcels, 13,900 square feet, and a 10,300 square foot parcel. The address is 2070 Newburgh Road. So can we get some background on that, please?
Liz, you're muted.
Thank you, commissioners. I'm going to go right to the screen. Chris read the agenda title, so we know what we're looking at. This is a minor subdivision of a developed parcel that's located in the center of town, basically. This is located on Newburgh. It's the southwest corner of Newburgh and Lawndale. It's right across from the elementary school. And this is an aerial that shows the property line and the solid line, and then the potential split that would split off the existing single family on the north side and then the 4 multifamily units on the south side. This is in an area of single family, mostly to the east, and then multifamily and a mix of single family to the west and to the south. So this is an older, developed at a time when the rest of this Lawndale area was developed with really similar, single family and multifamily. And so they want to create the split to, basically just get the single family separated, and then the 4 multifamily would be on a separate lot as well. And here you can see the zoning. So the parcel is located here, and it is in the R16 zone. It's right on the border of the RM multifamily, and it's to the south of public facility. That's for the elementary school. So the multifamily units are non-conforming, but there isn't any development proposed with this, so there won't be any change to that non-conforming status. The zoning code does describe that non-conforming uses are allowed to continue, and there's certain situations where they can be changed with a use permit, but basically they are allowed to continue, that's being grandfathered in. So we are not increasing the degree of nonconformity here by proposing any development. And this is the tentative map. Newburgh Road is at the top and Lawndale is here on the east side. And this just basically shows the property lines, the potential split, the single family home. You can see a garage and a couple of sheds here. And then the 4 apartment buildings with the carport, lawn area, in between, like a little courtyard, and in the front, and then a storage shed in the back. This is a developed part of town, so the utilities are in place. The subdivision has been reviewed by the city engineer, the public works department, city surveyor. It did get referred out to utility agencies, including PG&E, Suddenlink, AT&T. And the facilities, again, all of the facilities are in place. The only physical change would be the need for a cleanout, a sewer cleanout on parcel 2, the multifamily parcel. And that's, just kind of a minor change that won't require any improvement plans. So infrastructure is existing, appropriately sized. The fire department didn't have any comments. The roadway is, full collector and sort of arterial on Newburgh, with adequate access for the fire department. And the environmental review, it's an infill development, no potential significant impacts, no construction. Pretty minimal conditions of approval, really just paying taxes, paying the fees, submitting a final map to get recorded, installing the sanitary sewer clean out. And actually that's it. So it's a pretty minor and straightforward subdivision. If you have any questions, I'll be happy to answer those.
Anybody have anything for staff?
I don't see the applicant has not joined us, but he has been informed of the meeting and he did receive a property notice, and all of the neighbors within 300 feet have been notified as well. Oh, I will add that the city installed the sidewalks. So for a long time, that side of Lawndale was missing sidewalks, and that's all been completely upgraded. You may be aware if you've driven on that part of Newburgh. That was all done under a Safe Routes to School grant.
All right. Anybody have anything for staff? Questions, comments?
Sounds pretty straightforward to me.
Okay, not hearing any. Open it up for public comment.
We do have somebody that just joined us. I'm not sure.
Yay.
Is that Mr. Gladden?
Yes, it is.
There he is.
Yeah, there is 2 sewer cleanouts in the duplex. I don't know if that's what they were talking about.
Oh, okay. No, I'm not sure. I assumed that there was that for 2 lines, 2 sewer lines?
Well, the 1 and 2, the duplex in the back, there's a clean out by them. And then there's a clean out in front of number 4 before it goes out to the street.
Let me see. This is a condition from the city engineer. Sewer lateral cleanout should be installed at the back of the sidewalk in front of parcel 2. So that's a minor thing that can be worked out with him
Okay.
as to what he wants it to serve and where it needs to be located.
Okay. Yeah, that's not an issue if that's needed to be done.
All right, anybody have any questions or comments for Mr. Gladden? Okay, hearing none, and open it up to public comment. So Katie, can you flash that back up there again, please? So again, anybody would like to make a comment or talk about this, please call in. We'll give you a couple minutes. While we're waiting, is any of the planning commissioners have anything they'd like to bring up about it? You guys are not talkative tonight.
This probably has to do with my report writing and presentation skills. I've answered all of the questions that you might
You
have
got it down, Liz.
on this complex matter.
That's right.
And a good job too, we might add.
Thank you.
Absolutely. Okay. So Katie, we're definitely not hearing it from anybody. If there anybody's out there looking to call in, please do. We're gonna move on. So back to the planning commissioners. Again, anything? If not, we're looking for a motion.
I'll make a motion to adopt resolution number P-2020-3052, a resolution of the Planning Commission of the City of Fortuna approving a tentative map of a 5.99 acre parcel into 2 parcels, 0.65 acres and 0.51 acre in size.
You get a roll call, Katie.
Commissioner Blakely,
Yes.
Commissioner Church,
Yes.
Commissioner Hallie,
Yes.
Chairman Mobley.
Yes. There you go, Al. You're ready to rock.
Well, thank you very much and have a good night.
You too. Okay, moving on to our second one, a consideration of an 18-month extension of approval tentative map to a subdivision, a 1.82 parcel into 8 single-family residential lots. This on the west side of Fortuna Boulevard, north of Alder Drive. So I think I remember this one. This is over there by, yeah. This is going around the backside in that lot.
Yeah, so when you saw this, it was the entire parcel. Since then, the commercial lot on the east side of Roner Creek has been subdivided as phase 1. And so the new owner has acquired the 8 lots, the single family lots that are on the west side.
Can I ask a quick question?
Yeah.
Didn't we say something about a secondary access to that or something? If I remember right, there was something in there at one point.
I don't think so. I'm sure it was discussed, but there's the city has a storm drain easement
Right.
as part of the Roner Creek flood control project. And so you can kind of see it's probably about 50 feet wide. Same width as these lots. And there's no provision for an easement to enter on this map. So, so it was approved. This is how it was approved. And we can look at the tentative map as well. So, yeah, this project, the subdivision was approved on November 19th, 2018. City Council Resolution 2018-36. And the Subdivision Map Act allows an approval of 24 months. So the expiration date is November 18th, 2020, but there is an automatic 60-day extension under which it's operating now. So it's technically its expiration is January 18th, 2021. The MAP Act then allows up to 5 years of extensions, and the Fortuna zoning code allows those extensions to be done in 18-month increments. So they need to, as long as this map has not been recorded, then they would need to return to the city with extensions every 18 months, basically. So this is the area that you can see the Alder Drive gives access. And then this is would be the new road. The improvements have been under construction. The improvement plans have been approved and they've been under construction to some degree. I haven't been out there to see, but I know the Public Works Department has been working with the property owner, Abe Folkert, and I noticed that he's here tonight. And this is really a standard subdivision with in the R16 zone with a minimum lot size of 6,000 square feet. And this is the subdivision itself, the tentative map. Yeah, it was not approved with any connection or easement to the north, I think, because of you can see the storm drain. This is the overflow channel for the creek. Let's see. As far as the Subdivision Map Act and what it allows for extensions, so again, I described the extension periods, and city staff doesn't see any reason not to approve the extension. If a legislative body wanted to disapprove it or not approve it, some findings, health and safety findings would need to be made as to why it's not in the public interest to approve the map. Typically, if conditions change radically or if city standards have changed that would, warrant a new design or something like that, then it could be disapprove, but I really don't see that here. And then legislative bodies may add conditions during this process. And that was done for the McDonald subdivision 2 years ago. It was required to realign the entrance to match up with the Atterbury Lane across Ross Hill Road. So that can be done. Again, city staff hasn't identified any requirements that would warrant that, but I will hand that back to the Planning Commission for discussion.
If I remember right, we had a resident or two talk about this and talk about the flooding that they experience in their backyards and stuff.
Yeah, I believe this should make the flooding better. It should alleviate that flooding problem.
So it'll make it better for the existing homes, but what about the new ones?
Yeah, they're designed to drain to the street, to the new street, and then, I'm not really familiar with the improvement plans, but I'm sure Abe can answer that. But I'm sure that, it's designed to flow. It may get picked up along the edge here and then diverted into, a single drainage place, or it could be, I'm not sure if it just sheet flows across the road. But I know that I'm sure that Abe can describe how those, I don't see a problem with grading the lots to drain to the street. And I think, and that will help the properties to the south as well, because now this area is not going to be flooding onto their property. Everything from the north now is going to be picked up by that overflow basin, the Runner Creek overflow basin.
So I got a quick one that they seem to bring up usually, but I'm just looking at access again, and the road width, I can't see on that map, and this is way too small for me to read. Can we get, how wide is it? The access looks like it's wide enough, but the road itself and the turnaround, as far as, what we got to do to get in and out of there.
So the road itself
Liz,
is.
I'm sorry to interrupt. Abe Folkart here. I was wondering if anyone's went through there. We are about 95+% complete with all the improvements in that development. Working with Public Works the whole time. All the drainage is in, the lots are graded, curb and gutters in, all the utilities are in. We have a little bit to work on Alder Drive and pavement left on this project. So I just wanted to put that out there for anyone who hasn't taken a look at the project on the ground.
Yeah.
So
We're
like a month away. We've been surveyed. We've got all our markers in. I mean, this project is pretty much complete at this point. Real close.
So Abe, how wide's the road?
I want to say it's 40 plus sidewalks through there. And
so the reason it looks narrow, it is narrow because the parking lane on the north side has been eliminated since there aren't any homes there that would require parking. So that's why it is probably 8 feet more narrow than. So it could be.
Yes, there's no parking on the north side of that lane there. The only thing that really came up on the road was we did widen the cul-de-sac per the fire department's request on the radius of the cul-de-sac. So that got bigger off the tentative map to what we have now, but everything else is real close to what we have there.
So A, you know why I'm asking, right? So I just wanted about getting the garbage trucks, the fire trucks, whatever else, other kind of truck getting in there, and people deciding, we tell them not to park on the road, but they always do. Making sure we can get in and out of there with easy access to all that.
Absolutely. Yeah. And that's been brought up. And so we did widen the radius there, and there are no parking signs going up all along that north side of that lane there.
Yeah. And this will be a city road, so it will have, enforcement ability by the Fortuna Police Department on that no parking. And then I will add that Lon Winburn, the fire chief, did sign the improvement plan. So I'm sure that's how he's able to have oversight on the turnaround.
Okay. Okay. Anybody else have anything? So I'm going to open up the public comment. So again, Katie, if you'd flash that number again for us, please. Katie, you there?
Liz, do you want to unshare?
Oh yeah,
Sorry.
got it.
Oh, there you go. Thank you. Okay. So anybody out there, please call in if they have questions or comments about this. So why we have dead airspace? Everybody getting ready for the holiday?
Are you ever ready?
Anybody participating in the decoration contest?
Oh, we're on the map.
I live at Kenmar and Kenwood, and I think that my neighbors are going to win. They do it big every year.
That's nice.
Yeah, it's really nice that they're across the street, so we get to see their decorations out the window all season long.
The one with they have a tunnel of lights, that house?
Yes.
Yeah, they're my neighbor too. That's awesome.
Yeah. I'm gonna do the kids' Christmas pictures in that tunnel, I think, this year.
That's cool.
Hey, Chris, Kathleen's aunt that lives across the street from you was complaining because your blow-ups aren't up during the day.
Yeah, it looks like it looks like a whole bunch of dead things out in the yard.
Yeah, she likes to see them.
I've been planting trees. So all the phony trees that people bring in, bringing them home and relighting them and planting them in the front yard.
Oh, nice.
Okay, Katie, we getting anything on public comment?
No public comment.
Okay, gonna close public comment. And let's move on. Anybody else have anything for staff or Fred? Okay, looking for a motion.
I'll make a motion to adopt resolution P-2020-3054, a resolution of the Planning Commission of the City of Fortuna granting an 18-month extension for the Avery Court tentative map.
I'll second.
All right. Can we get a roll call, please, Katie?
Commissioner Blakely,
Yes.
Commissioner Hallie,
Yes.
Commissioner Church,
Yes.
and Chairman Mobley.
Yes. Okay, can't wait to see it. All right, let's move on. So we are on number 3, consideration of 18-month extension to a parcel and subdivision, a 0.9 acre parcel into 2 residential parcels, 0.4 and 0.5 in size. This is on 1125 Angel Heights. So can we get some background on this, please? I don't think I remember this one.
Yeah, so this subdivision was approved on October 23rd, 2018. And This just went to the planning commission because it's a minor subdivision, 4 lots or fewer. And again, kind of the same situation. It was approved for 2 years. And under the MAP Act, it can have an additional 5 years, approved in 18-month increments according to the Fortuna Municipal Code, and it's good for the additional 60 days. The location is on the overhead, so it's at the north end of 9th Street, and then to the right is Christian Ridge Road, and then Angel Heights Drive. So it's at the very end on the north side of Angel Heights Drive. It is in a zone of it's R110, so 10,000 square foot minimum lot size, and the B1 is applied in older parts of town where it might benefit from smaller building setbacks. So it's got the smaller R16 setbacks, so 5 feet on the side, 20 in the front, 15 in the rear. And this is the parcel right here. And then it, on the northwest side is a bluff. It's up on the bluff, and down below is that extension of 9th Street at the end of 9th Street. So, so it's an elevation drop down there. And this is the tentative map. And you can see Angel Heights down at the bottom, and they will be doing road improvements to add to continue the paving. And the split, will be a vacant parcel in the front, and then a private driveway to create access to the parcel in the back, which is developed with a single family residence. And so the road will be paved, parking area will be paved, and you can see that there will be a paved fire truck turnaround, and that was worked out with the fire chief as well. And then again, the kind of the same situation, you know, this is an infill lot. It's in an older part of town where the infrastructure is in place and is satisfactory as far as the water and sewer and other utilities. So this will have the same situation where they will have a new clean out and a new water meter. And, you know, I think that's really about it. Everything else down here, these are the existing houses on both sides of the property. And then again, there's this bluff overlooking this lower portion of 9th Street. And I'm going to hand that back to the Planning Commission to consider the map extension.
Okay, thank you.
Mm-hmm.
Anybody have anything they'd like to ask? Talk about? Bring it up?
Again, easy peasy, let's do it.
Let's do it. Okay, let's move on to public comment again. Anybody want to talk about this? Katie, please flash the lights. There they are. Okay, please call the number if you'd like to talk about this section. And we put up those blow-ups that day, and the neighbor across the road, he put up his, and for some reason, all the blow-ups are facing one another and waving at each other. I looked over and I'm like, okay, this is a little strange.
They don't scare you at night when you're laying in bed thinking about these creatures out there who are conniving against you?
Well, you know, when they're waving back and forth, it gets a little weird, especially when the wind blows. It's when they start talking that we're
That's when you pull the plug.
yeah, if I start answering, then you guys really got to do something about me.
Yeah.
Okay.
No cocktails. No cocktails before bedtime for you.
No.
Okay.
Go outside and start stabbing them and letting the air out. Okay, not hearing anything for public comment, so we're going to close public comment. Anybody have anything they want to deliberate about, or does somebody want to make a motion?
I'll make a motion to adopt resolution P-2020-3053, a resolution of the Planning Commission of the City of Fortuna approving an 18-month extension for the Mills-Brand parcel map.
Katie, can we get a
second
roll
that.
call?
All right. Excuse me, Commissioner Blakely,
Yes.
Commissioner Church,
Yes.
Commissioner Hallie,
Yes.
and Chairman Mobley.
Yes. All right, there goes another one. Okay, and this one looks like we just got a little bit to do on. So motion to open and continue a public hearing to. Go ahead. I hear-
No, we sent a supplemental staff report.
Oh, that's right, you
This
did.
did stay on the agenda. So can I go over it? Or,
No, go ahead.
I mean, you can introduce it.
Okay, it's a motion to open and continue a public hearing to consider approval of a lot line adjustment, reconfigure lot line between two existing buildings resulting in a single family resident on each parcel. The project location is 1235 Ross Hill Road. You're up.
Okay, thank you. Uh-oh. From current slide. Okay. So this shows the project location, South Fortuna Boulevard, where it goes up the hill on Ross Hill Road. And then access is from, I think that's Atterbury Lane. And it's quite a large parcel. It's about 12 and a half acres. And it's up on the bluff, so it's a little bit hard to see from the street, but here it is. So here's Atterbury Lane. And then the two houses, there's two existing houses, both on, in this case, there's two parcels here, and this is the common property line. And the two houses are, fairly close together. And they share a common driveway here, and they share water and sewer lines. And so this is the common property line that will be relocated in between the houses to create one house on each lot, which makes sense. And it is in a trust right now, so it's apparently intended for sale of the two lots. And this is the plot plan for the lot line adjustment, Atterbury Lane, and then the pink shows they will need to create an easement, a road easement, since now it's going to be split. So half of the road will be on each one of the parcels, and it'll be a 40-foot easement for future development. Both parcels will have subdivision potential, so they want to maintain some appropriate access for that. And this shows the new property line. So the old property line, the dashed line, will be eliminated, and the new property line will be the solid line here. So parcel 1 will have one house on it, and parcel 2 will have the other half. And then you can see here also the shared water line and the shared sewer. They will create easements for those. The city engineer did not feel the need at this point to require separate lines. It's, there's a lot of construction that would be required. There's a steep bank here, and it's quite a distance. So it'd be more appropriate to allow them to continue sharing the lines. And then, sometime in the future when mains are brought up, if and when it's likely that there would be some kind of a subdivision here in the future, and then they could connect to the main lines at that point. So the only conditions of approval for the lot line adjustment are for the easements to be created. And other than that, other than that, it's straightforward, and I'll pass it back to the planning commission.
Thanks, Liz. Anybody have any questions? Always like that place up there. It's just a huge lot. Hey, gonna open it up to public comment. Katie, can you flash the number again, please? You got to share, Liz.
Oh, thank you.
Thanks. So on this, it's on the, I think the motion is on the agenda, the item you sent to us.
Yes.
So does everybody have that email?
Maybe Katie or I can read it as well if needed.
I got it here.
Great, perfect. So we getting anything on this? Anybody want to talk about it? Look at it?
I am
Okay,
not
good.
public comment.
Thank you.
We do
Okay,
have
here-
the representative, the property. Mr. Burchett is here if he'd like to say something.
Please.
Yeah, hi, this is Mark. I don't have any questions. I just was here to answer questions if you had any. So, no, it's pretty straightforward.
All right, thank you.
Lot line adjustment, so, yeah.
All right, so not hearing anything, we're gonna close public comment. And back to the planning commission. Anybody have anything they want to bring up, or somebody want to make a motion about it?
Anybody, I'll make the motion if nobody has anything to say.
I'm not hearing anything, so.
All right, motion to adopt resolution P-2020-3055, a resolution of the Planning Commission of the City of Fortuna approving a lot line adjustment for the Ruth Crane Trust.
Can we get a second?
I'll second that.
All right. Katie, can you?
Commissioner
Roll call.
Blakely,
Yes.
Commissioner Church,
Yes.
Commissioner Hallie,
Yes.
and Chairman Mobley.
Yes. All right, there we go. Okay. Staff report, anything going on?
Let's see. Well, first I want to thank everybody for attending the Zoom meeting, and these are simple projects tonight. And sometimes it feels cursory, but they're really important, to the applicants. And so we really appreciate your being involved, and supporting, development in the city. We couldn't do it without you. And then what else was I going to say? We appreciate your involvement in the planning workshop, the City Council Planning Commission workshop on the SB2 grant projects, and we discussed the accessory dwelling unit standards and the multifamily design standards. So, and I think that the consultants gave a darn good presentation, and and the participation and the comments were really helpful as a whole, allowing us to move forward. And those are going to, the standards will be brought to you as they explained. So I think it's probably helpful for you to receive the presentation as well, and know, kind of give you time to think about things and be prepared for what's the draft ordinances that will be coming. So thanks for that. And then let's see the status of the Planning Commission vacancies. So Rachel Moore appears to have resigned. So in January, the council, the code requires the council to declare the vacancy. So that'll be done in January. Since we haven't received a formal resignation from Rachel, we want the council to make that, declare the vacancy. And that will allow Jason Church to be official as regular planning commissioner. And then Gina McClendon just submitted her resignation. Because she was elected on the school board, the high school board. So she feels like she, ethically, it's recommended that you not serve on 2 local boards like that could have conflicts in the future. So she did submit her resignation. So we will have 2 vacancies, one for the alternate and one regular. So if you know of anybody that you want to suggest they submit an application, they can get the application probably online, but certainly at City Hall. And we'll be noticing that, calling for applications for the Planning Commission in January. So that's all I have. Does anybody have any questions or any comments or anything?
Are we going to be having another meeting this month?
We are not.
So we're done.
We're done
This
for
is
the
it.
year.
Okay.
So
okay.
Merry Christmas. and Happy
Yes.
New Year.
Yeah, Merry Christmas,
Merry
y'all.
Christmas.
Thank you all.
Well, I'll have to
Well, thank
drive
you,
by and, what's that?
I was just saying thank everybody for the whole year. This has been
Yeah.
tiring at best. It's just been a year. So
Oh.
hopefully next year will get better, and year will go out without a bang.
Yes.
Yeah, and I'm glad we're bringing Jason in on for permanent, not
Yeah.
just
Yeah.
an alternate. Yay.
Yes,
Thank
Come
you.
on in.
I like that too.
All right, everybody.
Thank you. Bye,
All right.
everybody.
Thank you.
Bye.
Oh, wait, you guys need to adjourn.
We got- Motion-
Don't leave
Motion
yet.
to adjourn.
Okay, we have a second.
Our second it.
All right.
Mhm.
Okay, it's official. Happy New Year, Merry
All
Christmas.
right.
Yeah,
Thank
Merry
you.
Christmas, y'all.
Holidays.
Happy New Year.
Bye.
Bye.